A pond, a large earth depression where water collects, often has a serene, shallow composition to it. The pond's shallowness allows sunlight to penetrate to the bottom, which allows plants to grow. Pond plants either grow entirely underwater or partially on the surface. The pond's bottom is usually made of mud. The mud is home to many aquatic insects such as crayfish, leeches, and fish. Many insects lay their eggs in water. Eggs hatch into a nymph stage underwater, and most of the insects' lives are spent there. Some aquatic insects prefer streams, but most of them can be found in ponds. When the nymphs are ready to change into adults, they swim or float to the surface film, where they metamorphosize into the form of insects you are most familiar with. These insects include dragonflies, mosquitoes, mayflies, water striders, and diving beetles. A famous example of a pond is Walden Pond, located in Concord, Massachusetts. It is 102 feet deep, and it is 61 acres in area and 1.7 miles around. It is a famous example of a kettle hole. It was formed by retreating glaciers 10,000 to 12,000 years ago. You can find many fish at Walden Pond, such as the bluegill, the small and largemouth bass, and the rainbow trout. Garden pond plants play a vital role in the development of a pond, both from an aesthetic and a functional point of view. Not only do they help filter the water, but they also provide beneficial nutrients, oxygen, and shade to fish that may be living in the pond. An example of a good plant in a pond would be a cattail. There are many possible functions and uses for them, including shelter and nesting sites for small fish, amphibians, and birds, and they also have many edible parts, including their pollen heads and young shoots. Another example of a plant in a pond is the watercress plant. It is a member of the mustard family, and it has edible leaves and flowers. It is a great habitat for small fish and amphibians. Ducks use ponds as their habitats, and they also use it to drink from and bathe in. Frogs use ponds as their habitat and also to mate in. For a habitat all year long, swans will go in areas where there are ponds and they do not freeze. Pollution in ponds is a huge problem. Throwing plastic and other junk into the water damages the ponds. The water gets dirty, organisms will die, and the food chain will become disrupted. Another threat is runoff from agricultural land containing fertilizers. It can increase the growth of algae, which blocks sunlight and causes plants and animals underwater to die. In conclusion, ponds are great for habitats and for appearance in gardens, but you must take great care of them as they are a huge responsibility.
Okay, now ladies.